Happy Wednesday everyone, and welcome to the next video on the Mitre ATT&CK framework, where we're going to talk about persistence. So we've got ourselves into the network, and now what we're trying to do is maintain our foothold within that environment, either at a system level or at an account level. So we want to make sure that we can stay within the environment even if something happens, like the credentials change or the system reboots or there's any other type of interruption. So with the previous tactic execution, we were just trying to run our code on a one-time basis, but now what we want to do is be able to run it whenever we want to, so we need to have continuous access to that environment. So how do we do that? Well, having a user account is the easiest way, so we can either have a valid user account that we've kind of stolen the credentials for, or we could also create our own user account, but to do that we'd need to have the right levels of permissions to create that account, but it would allow us to keep our access for a little bit longer. We can also maintain persistence at a system level by continuously having our code running within the target's environment. So we can use things like macros in Office applications, which can kick off code in the background, or we can do things like use some scripts which execute automatically when the system boots or when it initializes logon. There are loads of other ways to maintain persistence, but these are just a few that I've picked out. So protection against these activities. If we want to avoid people creating accounts within our environment, we should leverage a proper privileged identity management solution, because that will reduce the attack surface against our admin accounts, and it'll also allow us to audit any activities that are performed while those privileges are escalated. We should also use multi-factor authentication, because that will stop people being able to take over valid accounts within our environment, because they'd be locked out when they couldn't authenticate with that user's mobile number or their biometrics if they're using the Authenticator app. With regards to macros, ideally we should be disabling them, but if we really do need them, then we need to secure them by restricting user permissions so that they don't allow add-ins to run. And then for code that's executed at logon, we should do things like restricting the file and directory permissions, so it only allows a really small number of administrators to have write access to logon scripts. Hopefully that made sense, and next time we'll be looking at privilege escalation. Please feel free to drop some comments below, and have a lovely St. Patrick's Day.